Laura again, and you'll see I'm hiding in my special den today, ready to tell you another story. This story is called Hermina's Birthday. Have you had a special birthday recently? Or have you got a special birthday coming up? Let's find out more about Hermina's. Well, let's start the story with lots and lots of rabbits. If you ever been to Herm on a summer's evening, you would have spotted there was lots and lots of rabbits around. And indeed, the number of rabbits is no accident, and it can easily be explained, if you know enough about the Channel Island witches and pooks. A long time ago, many hundreds of years ago in fact, Hermina, the Herm Witch, was celebrating an important birthday. Of course, every birthday is important, but this one was especially important because it was Hermina's 100th birthday. And you might think that being 100 is very, very old. And indeed it is, for a human. But being 100 for a witch is just like being 9 or 10. And of course, being 9 or 10 is very, very important indeed. And it's a special occasion to be celebrated. So, you might be wondering whether Hermione was to have a birthday party. And indeed she was. Indeed, several pooks, those with the neatest lettering skills, had been busy carefully copying the lavishly handwritten and personally shaded invitations on some specially prepared paper. Each invitation was then signed by Hermina, rolled gently into a bark tube, and gently tied with a blue and gold ribbon. The dolphin seal of Herm was then applied before the invitations were sent out for the delivery by the coloured beak squadron and an elite group of puffins. Each puffin made his or her way towards the home of those who were fortunate enough to be invited to Hermina's special event. On the morning of her 100th birthday, Hermione was hugely excited. Pooks from all over the island made their characteristically noisy way towards Hermina's home to wish her a happy birthday, and to leave her presents, of course. Pook presents aren't always exactly what you and I might wish for, partly because pooks are notoriously poor at choosing presents for creatures other than pooks, and partly because pooks are almost invariably mischievous and simply love playing tricks on other creatures, especially the witches. Well, I wonder what you would get for Hermione for her birthday if you were to be attending her birthday party. Regrettably, there is not time in this story to describe the many and varied presents Hermione was presented with. It is enough to report that by lunchtime she had been laughing so much that she thought she might have to have a little lie down and have a little rest before her party began. But fortunately, a small army of pooks had been detailed to prepare plenty of party food, and Dame Anthevist, the Sark Witch, had thoughtfully sent several frozen boatloads of Sark ice cream, mint choc chip to be precise, for Hermione's best friend. In addition, the Guernsey Witch had organised bean jar, gosh, and good old Guernsey butter, all in formidable quantities to be carried to Herm. The whole exercise had been successfully overseen by the most efficient Mickey Magpie, quite the cleverest bird in the Channel Islands, if I must say myself. There was plenty of party fare, and that Pooks thought that Herm might even sink into the sea completely, leaving Jettu alone in the rustle. By mid-afternoon, guests started arriving. Birds had flown in from all over the Channel Islands, as well as the closer parts of what we now know as France. Other small creatures had begged the sea pooks to ferry them to Herm in their flying cockerels, and some young witches had even flown themselves in from as far away as southern Brittany, Ireland and Wales. Hermione was dressed absolutely beautifully, and she sat at the top table awaiting her special guests. Leah arrived from Leehoof Island first, and being a sea witch, she had to dry herself off before greeting Hermione warmly. Jetta and Brecca made their short hops from Jettu and Breccu, respectively, and were already seated when a watchful Pook pointed uncertainly towards the northern sky. A large wobbly object was wavering towards Herm. Aggie, the Alderney witch, struggling to control her two broomsticks, which were required to transport her substantial frame, eventually landed in, or rather, we could say collided with the field next to the party site. Aggie grinned broadly and tossed a loosely wrapped package towards Hermina. She blew a kiss in the direction of the party girl before rushing past her towards the tables, groaning under the weight of food assembled upon them. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen next at the party. Join me shortly to see what happens. Cheery for now though, eh?